Hello there guys, oh yeah, and sorry about that One Direction poster again. Fucking sister's room. Sucks having it right next to my room. Anyway, I'm sorry about the 1 or 2 day delay on this whenever I get it out. I was sleeping over at a friend's place and I tried filming it there, but I couldn't get my computer to connect to his internet, so I tried editing it on his crappy computer, but I decided don't want to do a half-assed job. So I deleted it all and I'm deciding to film it all again today. Sorry for talking really quickly, but first, I just want to show you guys how shitty my computer is. I think I might have to say that thing up. Like, look at this fucking broken USB shit here. My mouse is about dead as well. And look at this. Like, all the cooling vents is just broken off. And I don't know what's going on in there, but it's just fucked. And soon it overheats, so I have to keep it off there. And it's probably just going to cark it one day. It has like not even 1 gig of memory, so I'm not even going to be able to be filming videos all the time, but I'll just keep on deleting shit so I can render them. Anyway, this video is probably going to be in 3 parts, because when I filmed it at my friend's place, it ended up going for over half an hour, so sit back and enjoy the ride. Handshot First Studios asks, I noticed that in your earliest video on this channel, you said you were an aspiring filmmaker. I was wondering, what are your favourite films and directors, and how do they impact your creativity? Well, honestly, I'm not the biggest film buff. Like, I don't watch all these movies and think, oh yes, this is very interesting. I'm not one of these drama freaks. I'm generally the average person who just like goes to see the next comedy movie and stuff, you know? I'm not a massive film buff. I don't know a whole shit ton about films. What I learned from filmmaking, I basically just taught myself. I went through a phase where I started just looking up heaps of different techniques and stuff, and I just really enjoy it. I like to say, why watch a movie when you can go and make your own? If I had to pick a favourite movie, it's pretty tough, I've got a few, but one of my favourite movies of all time is probably Hot Fuzz, starring, I can't even remember their names, those 2 British guys, the one with the buddy cop film. I don't know why I don't know much about this, I've only seen it like 5 times, but yeah, I love that movie so much. But yeah, no director really impacts my creativity. I'll just watch whatever. I'm not that fussy with movies. Although, I don't like horror movies. As I've said before, I get scared very easily. Well, when I was little, when I was about 8, I watched Resident Evil and I had nightmares for like 2 months. The Real Heel asks, hey, I've just subscribed a few minutes ago, so I don't know if you've answered this, but my first question is, who's your favourite band or musician? Well, I've said this before, most of my fans who have been there from the start know this, but my favourite band is Linkin Park. I just love their music. Call me too mainstream or whatever, but here they're actually not that mainstream. Their music doesn't get any airplay on TV. It's just all the fucking Nicki Minaj, One Direction, Justin Bieber garbage. That's literally all that gets played on the TV and radio here. Nothing good gets played. Other bands are like Chevelle, Bad Religion. They never get airplay. Linkin Park does every now and then, but these good bands, their music, I don't even think their music gets released here in Australia. Well, I know Bad Religion does. I've bought one of their albums, but yeah, those 3 are probably my favourite bands. And if I had to pick a favourite solo artist, I don't really listen to that many solo artists, but it'd probably be Eminem. Call me a rap fag, a swag fag, but I like rap music, and Eminem actually does rap with heart and emotion, not like these shitty rappers nowadays who just think about their cars and money. Eminem's probably the greatest rapper of all time. Say he's the most mainstream one, but whatever. I really love his music. Oh, and he also asks, do you fold or scrunch? I was wondering if anyone will ask this. Well, I scrunch. There's just more toilet paper everywhere, and you have less chance of getting poo on your fingers. Capone405 has a couple questions. First, he says, have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Saviour? No, I have not. I think I've always been an atheist deep down. Like, I never really thought much of a God. I always thought, man, that would be cool. It would be a cool thing to get into heaven or something, but when I think about it realistically, I haven't done any realistic research, or I haven't even delved into science or anything. I'm not a big science person, although I do think science is the true answer. I just thought the idea of a deity is horse shit. Big man in the sky, snaps his fingers, everything's created in 7 days. It's a little far-fetched, just a little. And since I started at a Catholic school at the start of 2012, and we had mass, and they talked about God at all our assemblies and stuff, and I just thought, fuck, you're all sheep, why are you listening to this crap? I felt like standing up in the middle of an assembly and shouting, what are you all doing? But I just tolerate it. I sit there and tolerate it because it's a good school. It's better than public schools, and yeah, that pretty much cemented my belief that there is no God, because they're just saying the same thing in 10 different ways. God is great and we are shit. Jesus is awesome. Fucking Jesus, my man, you're so amazing. But yeah, I'm an atheist, for those of you who haven't already gotten that from most of the things I say. And he also asks, you seem to be strongly influenced by PM Rance, as fat as you are. Would you consider his weight loss strategy? Please don't cry because I asked you that. I'm not crying. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty strongly influenced by PM Rance. He was the first ranter that I ever discovered. He brought me into all this. He showed me all these other ranters. From him, I discovered people like Undertaker Freak 1127, the Archfiend, and I just kept watching and watching it. Oh, I loved it, and eventually inspired me to do this on my own. So yeah, I am pretty heavily influenced by PM Rance, but I don't want to just take off of stuff he says without saying it. That's why I always say, as said by PM Rance, or to reiterate something said by PM Rance. But yeah, he has influenced me a lot. As for the weight loss thing, every now and then I've tried these fucking workout plans, and I'd always give up after 2 weeks. One day I'll get sick of being fat. I mean, it's not that much of an inconvenience. I still play sports and stuff, but I don't know, it would be cool to not be fat. But I did ask him about his weight loss thing and see if I could try it or tone it down for a kid or something, but I don't know. I didn't get a reply, but I'll go on another workout diet scheme one of these days. One of these days I'll give it a go and lose the weight. And he's also asked what music do I listen to, but I've already covered that. Shady Real Rap 96 asks, do you think that the music scene will evolve in a good way in the next few years? Because right now it's fucking shit. Amen, Shady. I can't make a really educated answer on this because I haven't lived through a generation, the change of a generation. I'm only 15, so maybe someone who's in their 30s or 40s could sort of make an answer on whether they think it's going to get better, because they've seen the music change over the 90s through to the 2000s. But I don't know. Honestly, I think it's just going to keep going down the plug hole. In my prediction, I just think it's going down that toilet that I like to call the swag fag toilet. It's just everything, that's where our society is going, down the fucking swag fag toilet. So I think it's just going to keep going. There'll be more Justin Biebers, Nicki Minaj's, One Directions, Lil Wayne's, all these crappy music artists with no talent who just have catchy beats and generic lame ass lyrics are going to be revered as music gods. I just hope that in 10-20 years we'll look back on this generation for the good music that it had. Nice Try Newbies asks, what do you think about Tobuscus? In my opinion, he's a dumbass. Tobuscus is a dumbass. I did used to kind of watch him a bit, because most of my friends always watch him, and whenever I have friends over, they'll chuck on his video or something. And see, even when I was a dumb kid who watched some of the YouTube whores, I didn't find Tobuscus' videos that appealing. I like some of the people he works with, like Jack's films, but I just thought he wasn't that funny. The Cute Win Foul series is just like another Ray William Johnson-esque thing, and his literal trailers were funny for a little while, but then they just got old because you realise he's not really putting much effort into it. He's just singing what's happening. I liked the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood one. I sung along to that, but yeah, I don't watch Tobuscus. He's fairly neutral zone for me. I don't love him by a long shot, but I don't absolutely hate him. It's probably between middle and hating him. Pretty average for me, I don't know. Poppy Bros 137 has a couple questions. First he says, did you have any YouTube channels prior to this? Well, yes I did. I've had a lot. Well, I've had about 4 before this, but not 2 of them I didn't really use prominently. I made some channel for Pivot Animations where I only made like 2 videos, and I had some gaming channel where I had 1 video on that or something, just on a Wii game, but yeah, I just scrapped them completely. But my 2 main channels that I had,
Firstly, a channel I made about 5.5 years ago is called Daz Kano, I think. Yeah, my voice cracked just then. Daz Kano. I think I just made it to watch a video that was over 18 or something, but then I just uploaded absolute, complete, and utter shit. I'm gonna link you this channel in the description, but do not expect it to be good. Just keep in your mind, I was only 11 or 12. It was fucking awful. My friend and I went back and watched a few of my old videos yesterday, and it was just... it was just fucking terrible. There's a variety of stuff, but yeah, it was really bad. So if you want to enter that channel, enter at your own risk. Don't expect the videos to have any quality whatsoever. Eventually I scrapped that about 3 years ago. I just stopped making it because that channel was just crap and I had not a very good subscriber level. So I started to start fresh with my channel before. That was my main channel before this one, which was That Kid Who's Cool. I know, another stupid name because I didn't make it when I was still about 12 or 13. And that was mainly for comedy sketches and stuff. That was where I improved a bit. My early videos, some of them were fairly decent, although badly edited with Windows Movie Maker because that was the best I could do. But yeah, they weren't horrible, but some of them were. And in 2012, I took big breaks here and there. But in 2012, I got Vegas and I started experimenting with special effects and things like that. And I think in 2012, my videos did improve to an extent. Not great, but they weren't bad. They were pretty average, but I just scrapped it. I stopped making videos for 6 months after one because it just wasn't going anywhere. 60 subscribers in like 3 years. I just got sick of it and I just stopped making videos for a while until I discovered Ranters, and a couple weeks later I started this, and here we are now, over 400 subscribers and I'm ranting. I find that funny when I wasn't trying to be famous, big YouTube star, because back then, when I was a kid, I always thought, yes, I want to be famous, but now that I'm not really trying to be one of these YouTube whores or whatever you call it, not that I was trying to be one, but I'm trailing off a lot here, but okay, that's it. My 2 channels, old channels, linked in the description, enter at your own risk. And he also asks, how did you find PM Rants here on YouTube? I had found him and he just trails off. I found PM Rants, I was just watching a bunch of random videos with a friend, and I found one of his top 10 best and worst channel lists. I think it was the worst channel list, and I watched it. I really enjoyed it. I just thought he spoke well, he was really funny. I could relate to him because he was another fat guy. And I started watching all his other videos and I was loving him. And as I said earlier, I went on to discover other ranters, and bang boom, that's how I discovered him. The Cannibal TV asks, what are your thoughts on Caden Cowger? Caden fucking Cowger. That kid that preaches homophobia and stuff. I haven't watched him. I don't plan to make any videos about him unless he does something else to piss me and everyone else off. But from what I know, he's just one of these religious twats who goes around preaching homophobia, and of course, my thoughts on him are not very high. I don't think too highly of this jack-off. You didn't really expect me to think good of him, did you? But yeah, I can't make that much of an educated answer, but I know who he is and what he stands for, and he's just another one of these knob jockeys. LSD Gaming 222 asks, what is your editing software? Is it on the Mac or the PC? Well, as you can see when I showed you my shitty computer, it's on the PC. I don't like Macs. I know they have decent editing software and stuff, but I just do not like Macs. Do like Apple products though. Got this iPod, but yeah. Oh yeah, look at this picture. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's on a PC, and my editing software is Sony Vegas 10. I can't be bothered updating it or anything. I'm happy with 10 because I don't really need any fancy editing skills for my rants, although it is a good thing to have if you ever need it, because sometimes you will need it. I mean, even simple things like pan, crop and masking and stuff to put the comments up on the screen, you know. Movie Maker can't do that, so it is good to have Vegas.